Hey guys, so I know we started doing the current events, like news stuff in the podcast, but we usually record the podcasts like a week to 2 weeks in advance when we put it out, so it's current, but we can't, I guess, like if you're actively looking at stuff up on your own, I mean, we can't keep up because we don't record and then put it all together and release it the next day. It usually takes about a week, just time-wise. So I did want to bring some stuff to you currently because we're both avid Battlefront players. Like, I'm talking about the new Battlefront. We both played the old ones, but as for the new one, it's been pretty dark about the DLC. And I don't know if you guys watched other videos on this, but they finally released what the DLC is going to be. Some of it, they've released some details, not any of the actual maps for the season pass stuff, but we know some of the stuff. And I wanted to bring that to you in this video because if we recorded it in the podcast, you wouldn't see it until at least next week, which it's not relevant anymore, especially because some of this stuff is coming out soon. So if you go on StarWarsBattlefront.com, well, they put out this thing called Star Wars Battlefront: The Road Ahead, and it pretty much outlines all of what the new DLC is going to be. So there's 3 free DLCs that they talk about, and then the season pass. So for the 3 free DLCs, there's going to be one released in January, February, and March. The January one is going to be adding the Tatooine survival map. It has like the Tusken Raider camp one. They're turning that into one of the small game mode maps. They're also going to add the Hoth themed outfits for Luke Skywalker and Han Solo, which didn't bother me for Luke as much, but I guess Han, it would make sense because he's still a normal person. So when you play them on Hoth, they're going to have their like Hoth snow outfits. They're also, as they say it here, we are giving players the ability to create private matches, which makes playing with friends even easier. I don't know what that entails. I'll likely make another video on this, not in the podcast. I'll just make a separate video. I think it comes out a little easier. I'm assuming this would be for the small game modes. That would make sense because you could get like 6 or 7 people on each team. But for the big game modes, I don't know how you get a 20-person game mode. I guess I could make it easy for tournaments. But Battlefront's not a very competitive game, so I don't know quite what they were going for. But I mean, I'm not complaining. They said they're going to introduce daily challenges and community events. I'm not quite sure what that's going to be, but it's probably going to be similar to the Battlefront 4, like community missions where you have the dog tags. I know that stuff was by Dice LA, I believe, and this is Dice Stockholm, but hopefully it'll be similar. We can get cool skins and stuff, probably. And they also said they were going to balance some guns, which I will also probably make a video on that if it's significant. And if it's not significant, I'll just add it into the other follow-up video for this new stuff. In February, they say they're going to add more free content, new survival mission on Hoth, and another Hoth multiplayer map. But this one's going to have the big game modes, which is nice. I mean, I'm dying for another big game mode map. And in that release, they're also going to add Turning Point to all the large maps, which is nice. Again, Turning Point's a really great game mode. I'm not sure how well it'll play on some of the other maps, like Sullust, because Sullust is very narrow to begin with. I don't know how well it'll play out, because normally for Turning Point, it works best if it's like a funnel, like in Jakku was released. So I hope it turns out well, but if it doesn't, another game mode, I mean, why not, right? And then in March, they said they're going to be adding another multiplayer map on Endor. That's going to, again, have the big game modes, which is nice. And then March is when the DLC for the Season Pass is going to start coming in. And they kind of have little blurbs here about each, so I'll read those out right now. So for March 2016, they say it's the Outer Rim, fight among the factories of Sullust, and battle within Jabba the Hutt's palace on Tatooine. Sounds pretty cool. Summer 2016, it's Hunter be Hunted in this action-packed experience set in the Cloud City of Bespin. And then fall 2016 is the Death Star. That's No Moon. One of the most iconic locations in the Star Wars universe, makes its debut in Star Wars Battlefront. And then the 4th expansion pack, it doesn't have a name. It says early 2017 here. So we don't really know what that's going to be. I don't know what else they would do. I hope they just don't make more maps on the planets we have. I think it'd be cool to maybe see, I don't know what they would add. Maybe Mon Calamari, but that would be just a water. So I don't know how they'd work that in. But either way, something else would be really cool. course, you can get all those four for the season pass, which is probably going to be, each DLC is probably, I'm assuming, $15, but the season pass will be $50, so it's $10 cheaper. There's going to be follow-up stuff for all the DLCs when they come out, likely on the podcasts. But it looks super exciting now that we finally have something that we know is coming. I think that's one of the big problems with Destiny is I was an avid Destiny fan in year one. I played the Taken King, but they didn't really say what new stuff was coming, so we didn't really have anything to hope for. Like, now you can say, oh, well, the new map just came out. Oh, all I have to do is wait until February, and then another Hoth map will come out, which I think was a smart move in their part, announcing what they had. Hopefully we get trailers for the Battlefront individual DLCs like they did for Battlefield 4. I'm assuming DICE is going to follow the same procedure. And it is nice to see that they're adding free DLC in, which it's a little late, but I don't know. It would have been nice almost if they added all three like little DLC packs, all three new maps in one drop, maybe in like the beginning of March too, just to kind of get people back into Battlefront, maybe kind of kickstart DLC sales. But it's nice because Battlefront was getting kind of stale. I don't know if I'll play it too much in the while, but I mean, more stuff, can't be mad. One more thing. So I've been kind of getting dry on the games I've been playing. If you know, the footage behind the podcast kind of gives away what I'm playing at least that week. I was playing Battlefront, Battlefield 4 when Dragon Valley was released. I was playing some of that with Ethan, the other person I podcast with, and we really love Advanced Warfare, the survival function. I don't know why it's fun, but it's so much fun, especially that one map, Solar. I put it on the last week's podcast just because, I don't know, I've be putting Battlefront and everything. Thought it'd be cool to do something different. I'll probably put maybe some Black Ops 3 or, I don't know, Battlefront's hard to get good gameplay for, so probably Advanced Warfare multiplayer game. I'm trying to get, because they added a lot of new guns in, and it's kind of, I don't know, I never buy any supply drops. But other than that, I was wondering, would you guys like to see some videos on games? Because I'd like to put some out, but the problem is, I don't know, there's not really any new games out now. The Rainbow Six Siege came out, but I got Black Ops 3 instead of it, which Black Ops 3 is fine. I don't know, Ethan, I play most of my online games with him. He didn't get Rainbow Six Siege, so it would have been a big deal because playing that game alone isn't fun. But for like the Division, I might get the Division if it gets. I'll probably wait a week until it comes out, or maybe a day or two, see the reviews from like IGN, GameSpot, and stuff. And if that comes out, I may make some videos on that. If I get it, you'll know because you'll see that gameplay behind the podcast. That was all I had for today, so please let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in like 2 days when we put out the next podcast. See you guys later.